Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price.
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
And you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard.
Mata into a trap pass. What about that? Ivanovic!
In the middle, it's just behind him, but intercepted by Hakim Ziyech. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the net off.
Palmer, Joao Pedro, it's three, and Chelsea are running away with the FIFA Club World Cup final.
Hat-trick hero, Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode,
for the final time this season, we are going to check in on our Chelsea player rankings. Robert Sanchez number one, anybody? Oh, welcome back everyone to another episode of At the Bridge Pod. I am your host, Mike, and I'm joined in a virtual room filled with lions. I got Ollie, I got Chris. It's the Friday show on a Wednesday.
Getting closer and closer to that Monday show.
It's too close.
It's going to be the Friday show on a Monday before.
Yeah. Guy, I can't really ask you. What are you looking forward to the remainder of the week or the weekend? Just so you know, we did the survey and people said it's shit hearing what we do or lack of what we do, but don't get rid of it. So here we are.
Yeah, I know. It's brilliant. Everyone's like, you don't talk about anything. You never actually talk about what you might be doing. Your lives are really boring. But leave it in. Whoa. Leave the section in.
Leave it in. And it makes the listener feel better. They feel more accomplished that they're doing more than us.
Yeah, they're like, Jesus, these guys do absolutely nothing. These guys have so much free time. They do a bi-weekly show.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come on, what have we got lined up, people?
For me, it's the World Cup, Mikey. It's got to be.
Is that happening?
It's the festival of football. I mean, you've got to get excited for it, even if it's a bit shit this time around. I think no matter what, everyone looks forward to the World Cup a bit. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm going to be sitting there squarely waiting for South Africa, Mexico tomorrow.
Nice. What about you, Chris?
I will be watching the World Cup as well.
That's always a positive.
He just won't be enjoying it.
He won't.
Well, who knows? I might not. I'll let you know.
Oh no!
Tune in on Monday to find out.
Fucking hell!
Sunday. Me and my girls' Sunday team are fundraising at a local supermarket.
Oh, nice!
Oh, good cause, like that.
So that's what we're doing on Sunday.
Oh, fair play, mate. I remember the last time I saw you outside of. Well, I remember when I saw you at your one job, and my girlfriend was with me, and I was just like, "Oh, there's Chris. I'm going to go in and speak to him." She went, "Isn't he working?" I know. That's what's going to make it fun for everyone, but him. I just couldn't help myself. I was like, "There we go."
And in fairness, the reality was, I could have spoke to you for 2 hours, and it wouldn't have mattered. My productivity at that job would have been the same.
Oh no, it's brilliant. Oh yeah, it's the World Cup, of course it is. Planning my life around it yet again. Love that. I also love, I've got to taking a moment here to thank you to everyone listening. Even if you don't listen, you probably do listen, who kindly filled in the end of season listener survey. I did look at the responses this week. I was nervous, but we had a record number of responses. 3rd year in a row we've had a record. In fact, it was up 50% on last year, which that's outstanding because, like I said, well, I said it to the team. I didn't say it to you guys, obviously, but I said, you are filling in a survey there where you don't get any financial reward. You don't get entered into competition. You have no really reason to fill it in unless you really, really enjoy what we do. So that means even more. So genuinely so grateful. And no one was mean. No one was mean to us this year.
We were very grateful for.
It was nice. It was nice. And
I think we're doing something wrong then.
Yeah, well, we took some tea. Look, there's some really, really amazing game sections that you've put in, like ideas for little quizzes and stuff. Absolutely amazing, which we will take forward. And you know what? I really loved as well the praise that the Kingsmeadow corner got, because there were some people, they were honest. Obviously, it's an anonymous survey, so we don't know who said what. that's not really the point. The point is there were some listeners who said that they don't listen to the Kingsmeadow Corner, which, you know, they're entitled. We don't know who it is. Look, they're entitled to skip over sections. They are. But they said they totally love that we're passionate about the women's team as much as the men's. And that, for me, is a win. They may change their, you know, tune and go, you know what, I'm going to listen to it this week. And that's amazing if they do. But yeah, it's just appreciated because it was really, really good feedback. And I'm going to make sure I turn the elevator music down as well on the edit, because I realised that someone said it's a little too loud. And I'm like, yeah, I know I've messed up a few times with doing that. So yeah, thank you. And Shevva shout-outs lined up now. Alec said, as an American listener, I completely agree with everyone's take that there'll be a disappointment. That said, I love the game of football and will definitely still hold interest when they get knocked out. Looking forward to some great knockout matchups. It's too bad our country is not representing itself well, if you know what I mean. Yes, and we'll save it for the politics pod, but I'll give you a little teaser for the politics pod. I had a discussion with somebody online and I could see which way their allegiances lied about certain interesting pieces of news. I just think it's absolutely ludicrous that a referee got sent away. I just think it's absolutely insane.
If anyone ever wants a laugh, by the way, just find a post about everything that's going on, especially to do with border control, and just read the comment section online. It's fucking hilarious. It's just, especially from people in the UK who respond, by the way. Some of the responses are fucking hilarious.
It's just, yeah, it's mad. It's absolutely mad. I don't know. I feel sorry for him, because obviously I'm surprised that I know Canada have stepped up and said that they could, you know, he can referee over there, and he should. You know, he's the best referee from Africa. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Crassus has said, as a lifelong Chelsea fan born in Argentina who listens to this show, I noticed the vitriol, mainly by Chris, against the Argentina national team. They didn't deserve to win the World Cup to begin with, and has this joke of a player named Messi who was corruptly gifted the Player of the Tournament award. I just want Chris to know that Garnacho wasn't called up to the national team, so maybe they're not as evil as Chris thinks.
I think it's just the Argentinians, especially their football team, they've got that sort of reputation of sort of being quite hard-nosed, sort of like will do anything to win, and like that's very commendable, but it doesn't make many friends in international football, does it?
I think Chris is still bitter about the hand of God.
Well, we're English, we're not meant to like the Argentinians. That's just a football rivalry that goes back decades.
It goes back quite a way.
You know? Everyone only started loving him because everyone fell in love with Messi all of a sudden, and it was like, oh, forget all that decades of rivalry. We all want Argentina to win.
Chris, I am sure that Berth would also step in and say Batistuta. Now that was a player.
Hey, there's been some. Yeah, Hernan Crespo is one of my favourite Chelsea players ever. Doesn't mean I wanted the Argentinian national team to win the World Cup, though.
Simon, that you know,
I've opened up Reddit. Sorry, I was just going to pull up. There was a Crespo thing about a lot of love for Crespo on Reddit, and I was going to bring it up, but for some reason I brought up a John Terry article. Don't know.
What a good partnership he made with Drogba back in the day, just for what was it, like just one season, but yeah, they worked together really well.
They did.
And Rye Guy, I sat in my car for a solid 5 minutes trying to come up with reasons to counter Chris and Ollie's takes that the US will be disappointing. Those 5 minutes made me realise they were right, and now I'm sad. At least we have some beautiful jerseys compared to the last World Cup. You know what? I don't know if they're that great. I don't know if they're the greatest.
Well, the team or the jerseys?
The jerseys.
No, you and me, Chris.
Okay.
I'm not buying into it. I don't like this waving flag. What? It's not as good. Norway have done the best flag.
I want to see him now. I want to see him.
Have you not seen it?
What's this?
The jerseys for the World Cup.
I don't think so.
Hang on. Let me I'll send it in the group chat. Live reactions here, listener. Live reactions. There we go. Sent it across. I think the best kits that the US had. Where was it? I remember the year. Oh,
that home kit's horrendous. Sorry to everyone in the US, but that home kit is shockingly bad. The away kit's really nice.
I loved 2014 away. I thought that was good, and the 2018 pairing
They
home
have
and
had
away.
some
I like
nice.
those.
They have had some nice kits in.
Yeah,
past
so
years, I think.
unfortunately, this one, America fans, it makes you look like a Tunnocks tea cake. So,
Oh no, oh dear.
that
And
away,
if-
that
and-
away kit's nice though.
and that will not make any sense to a single American.
No, it
listener.
won't. No, it won't.
So,
Oh man,
enjoy
look,
that one, Brits.
If you know what, we're grateful for you still listening because 50% of our listenership, according to the survey, is from America and Canada. So, yeah, we love you. We do. I promise.
It is mad that we have more US listeners than UK ones.
That's 4 people, isn't it?
100%. I was reading that and I'm just like, that's so nice. And I really appreciate it. It's just, you'd never expect it. That's what I mean. Like when it was that joke, I joked when someone had messaged, when I saw that we'd got different listeners in different parts of the world. And there was one in Nigeria and there was another in Lithuania. And I remember saying, oh, there's no way someone's listening over there. And they messaged us because I assumed it was a VPN. And no, they really were listening. And I was like, that's so cool. I was like, that is so cool. I loved it. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for filling in the survey. Thank you for your reviews, thoughts, everything you drop in the Spotify comments. And if you want yours potentially read out on the next one, head over to Spotify, drop a comment on this episode. And yeah, we'll be, you might get shouted out on the next episode. So with that, let's hit some news. Oh, let's have a look in the elevator. Surprisingly, for 2 days, there's been a fair bit. So let's check up. We've got Marc Cucurella is the subject of interest from Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. Chelsea are not standing in his way if asking price is met. Enzo Fernandez's future is uncertain. Chelsea are not actively looking to sell, but they've put 120 million valuation on him. One of the strikers behind Joao Pedro in the pecking order will be sold this summer. It could be Liam Delap or Nicholas Jackson. Emmanuel Emegha is not guaranteed to be part of the 26-27 squad plans just yet. Xabi Alonso wants to add ready-made winners to his Chelsea squad. Niamh Charles is all but set to be announced as a Manchester City player. And finally, Chelsea women will play first-team cup matches at the Cherry Red Record Stadium, home to AFC Wimbledon, otherwise known as Plough Lane, from next season in a multi-year agreement, which I was not happy about. But it's not about me. It's not about me.
Don't worry, we're not renaming Kingsmeadow Corner, at least not yet.
Kingsmeadow forever, mate. Look, we have that is huge. I feel that is actually quite big for the women's team. I mean, they will
bullshit is what it is.
There you go.
Oh, Chris.
You know what?
No, controversy. Tell us, Chris. What do you think?
Well, go on. Yeah.
It's bullshit. Like, why? It was the move to play all the WSL games at Stamford Bridge. Fine. Because that's what Arsenal women have done with the Emirates. Absolutely fine. Again, my only problem with that was if you're going to do it, you have to have all 4 stands open. You can't do it and only sell tickets in one stand because it looks shit. So as long as that's happening, fine, not a problem, and that will help growth, and that's great. But they had their own ground that was specifically theirs. The Chelsea identity in that ground, and then they've gone, no, don't play there. Go and play at some other men's club stadium. Why? We've got our own. What? It doesn't make any sense. Commercially, I just don't understand what we're doing there. Well, I do know what we're doing. We're going to sell the land that Kingsmeadow's on so they can build flats.
Well, I did say, look. When I saw it, obviously, basically no women's games will take place at Kingsmeadow next season. And yes, the big question that comes out of all this is the future of Kingsmeadow Corner. Staying Kingsmeadow forever. It's Kingsmeadow Corner. Even if it's like if we upped and fucked off to St. Earl's Court or whatever, it's not going to be at the Earl's Court, at the Earl's Pod,
at the Earl Pod.
That's such a pub. That's such a pub name.
At the Court Pod.
At the Court. Look, as it stands, the ground is going to be used for Chelsea's youth and academy teams to play home games on. And this April, it was revealed, obviously, that Chelsea had almost generated 12 million in revenue by selling Kingsmeadow back to themselves. I didn't like that then. I feel dodgy owners do that. I'm just saying allegedly, because of what's happened to Derby and other teams. Point being, I raised the question on Twitter that, just like Chris has just said, this announcement, does it mean we're going to sell off Kingsmeadow for housing? However, according to Robert, Journalism RP on Twitter, who's absolutely outstanding and always right on it with the women's team, he's always spot on. He said it can't happen due to the covenants on the land, and it also, because of that, stops Kingsmeadow being redeveloped too. Now, for those obviously that don't know what a covenant is in the UK, it's basically a legally binding promise or a rule written into a property's title deeds that dictates what you can or cannot do on the land. So Kingsmeadow cannot be redeveloped because of this, unless the council agree. And we can't build houses on it or sell it for housing because of that covenant. So it just feels such a shame to lose that. To me,
so why aren't they playing there?
I think it's because apparently with the Champions League and everything else, Kingsmeadow does not fit the standard. It doesn't. And I think it's going to be like we're having it all on one stadium. I mean, for me, Kingsmeadow does belong to the Chelsea women. It belongs to the fans of Chelsea women. It is for me the most iconic ground in the WSL, and that's such a. I'm going to be a little biased, but I do feel it is. It's a shame that no games involving this outstanding team will take place there going forward, and it does feel a bit. It leaves a sour taste for me. I'd also like to point out something that I feel many have missed for this. The logistics of this move to Plough Lane, Wimbledon, Chelsea women, and London Broncos rugby league teams are all going to be playing on that same pitch, especially, obviously, when the seasons overlap, which they overlap. That's going to take a pound in that pit. And my word, have we not learned anything when you see rugby games that have been on previous football pitches? You've seen NFL games. I mean, that might be slightly different, but they take a pound in.
Also,
really
there's
do.
a lot. There's a lot of midweek there's a lot of midweek fixtures in the football league. So how's it going to work with Champions League nights?
Well, I feel like Champions League. I don't know officially. This is supposition. I think they'll all be at Stamford Bridge. But then you also have to agree with the police to get stuff closed off, and it's an absolute logistical nightmare with all that. There's so much to it.
They'll get it done.
There we go. It's been solved. Ollie has confirmed.
There you go. Don't panic, everybody. Ollie has spoken.
He's spoken. Oh my word. I also, there's two quick things. One, which is someone brought up in the Discord and on Twitter. Yes, I have seen that Todd Boehly has rumoured interest in making a $9 billion offer for the Seattle Seahawks. I have nothing against Todd. I don't think, as long as it's not Todd and Clearlake, I'm not that fussed. Todd's done great.
Yes.
Great. He's done so good at LA Dodgers because he has.
And he knows American sport.
Yeah. I'm not, you can't buy, sell and trade. You can trade players in the NFL, but you can't buy and sell. It doesn't work like that. It's a totally different model.
You're going to become Boehly's biggest soldier if he plays.
Look. As I like the fact again, can I just say he's weighing up a bid? That means absolutely. There's loads of people that have been rumored to be buying the Seahawks. Well, they're looking into it. Until an offer is signed and made, it means jack shit. It means nothing. Loads of people are going to be coming out of the. There was Elon Musk. There was rumors of Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg. Did any of them make a bid? No. I ain't worried. We'll see how that goes.
Todd Boehly can't afford that, can he?
No, of course he can't. He's looking at. I'm not.
Couldn't afford Chelsea.
No, look. All I'm saying is, if that $9 billion, and I see the offer of Todd Boehly and Clearlake, I'm like, oh. But for the record, based on they have separate boxes at Chelsea, I don't think Egbali and Clearlake are going to be anywhere near another move with Todd Boehly. I think we'll be all right. So the thing I will talk about, I've got to talk about Emmanuel Emegha not being guaranteed a part of the 26-27 plans under Alonso. Hello. I mean,
not that surprised.
Really? He's a 20. Well, we don't know how much he cost. It was between 25 and 35 million euros.
It doesn't matter what he costs if he's not the right guy for the job. And in my opinion, I think if it's a good sign in my opinion if he's not going to be coming back, or Alonso at least wants to look at his options first, because surely he'll see that Jackson is the better option there than Emegha.
You saw last night, right?
Listen, whatever. One mistake does not a bad striker make. For me,
he made two yellow cards.
Yeah, I suppose so. Missed an open goal as well.
He did 3 mistakes.
But what's my point again? No, my point is, I think with Emegha, I'm not convinced by his attitude. I'm not all that convinced by his ability. especially at Strasbourg, even though he was the captain. I think he conducted himself questionably. I think the fans, especially over there, didn't like that. And as a striker, he was sort of kicked out of the starting spot by Panicelli. So I don't know what sort of player are we really looking at here.
I'd also like to point out that he's Dutch and he's not in the World Cup squad. And have you seen their strikers?
Is he injured?
Well, he'll fit perfectly at Chelsea if he's injured.
Yeah.
But that's why that's why he's not guaranteed to be part of the squad. He's not fit.
I'll shout out last night of all. I mean, let me focus on Emegha a minute. I wrote this into the script. I'm going to offer you up a biscuit bet. Which that sounds like I'm eating an apple.
That still is the worst sound effect.
What sort of biscuit was that?
Yeah, I'll offer up this.
I hate everything about that. Thanks.
Emmanuel Emegha does not play a professional minute of football for Chelsea in a competitive game. Ever.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't disagree with you.
I was going to go with next season, and I thought, I don't think he will play at all. Like a professional minute has to be a competitive fixture as defined by FIFA. Not a friendly, not a pre-season get-together, not a behind closed doors game. Has to be a official competitive fixture. And I don't think it's going to happen. So on that, last night, Nicholas Jackson got away with one, I feel, last night, because no one was talking about that. They were talking about the 4 red cards that Brazil women had against USA. And I watched it. As soon as Chris, when you brought it up, I looked at it. I was like, it's the best ending to a game I've seen all year. It's like, it's amazing. It's just red cards everywhere. Oh, my word. Oh, I think the first red card was a bit harsh.
First red card was a joke.
It was, it was a push.
The elbow is clear, though.
Yeah, it's if you wondered how many red cards, what did it all kick it off? Someone sarcastic. I don't know the player. I think it was their number 10. I think there's a group of players I've seen from this. Well, it was a clip I saw on Twitter. Sarcastically clapped the referee, and the referee just went, "That's it," and started handing out red cards. So yeah, it was.
Listen, if you're the ref, you've got to have a bit of a thicker skin than that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
it's a lot of red cards.
I didn't even know it was a red card offence. I didn't know that was a red card offence. I thought it was a booking.
I thought it was a booking, and it was straight red.
Yeah, because
if you wondered, it was a straight red. Yeah.
It's dissent. You can't get sent off for dissent. Not a straight red.
And for context, they're actually shown 8 red cards because there was coaches and other players involved. I was like, love it, love this.
That'll be a quiz question in a few years. That.
Yes, it will be. Yeah. Oh my word, amazing. Right.
So remember that, Ollie.
Please, it'll be brought up.
God damn
right. It is that time again. It's our 5th and final check-in of the 25-26 season for the player rankings. It's also the final piece of content I'm squeezing out of the season. We've seen this season. We've seen form swings. We've seen lovely redemption arcs. We've seen a new saviour leading Chelsea forward. And that was just Robert Sanchez's season. It's brilliant. Yay. So we're taking one final look at it's not a bit. We're taking one final look at the squad and deciding who makes our top 10. And I know Chris said earlier when I sent him the list over, that's going to change when he looked at his top 10. So yeah, well, Chris, you know what? I'm not even going to go first. I've done that all season. I think you should. Go on. Who's in at 10?
Well, I don't know how you guys have done it, but
I found it so difficult.
I've done it based on who's important to the squad now and going into next season.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've thought as well.
Yes.
So I've got a new entry at 10.
Wow, new entry. I haven't got.
I've got Valentin Barco.
Wow, I'm not hating it.
New entry.
I'm not against that. I like him.
I just didn't know if it was permissible. I didn't know if it was. I think Berth will be having a field day with this.
I'll make my own rules. And if you think I'm putting 10 of our current players in here, you was having a laugh. Yeah,
he's going to put Xabi Alonso's getting top 5.
I honestly do think that this signing's gone a little bit under the radar and no one's been overly excited about it. But I actually think he's a really good player. He played in a game for Argentina the other day and was unbelievable.
He is.
Yeah, I think he's better than everyone thinks he is. Everyone assumes because he's coming from Strasbourg and that, we own Strasbourg, so we're taking money from our left hand and putting it in our right hand, that it's a signing that doesn't really matter. But I actually do think he's going to be a very good signing that everyone by sort of January next year will be talking about. Actually, that was one of those really good signings.
Yeah,
he's got a really nice passing, really nice sort of weight of pass on him. He's not the biggest, but actually, I think that's almost encouraging because whenever I've seen him, either in international play or on the rare occasions I've seen a few clips of him playing for Strasbourg, he doesn't look muscled off the ball very easily for being quite sort of slight in stature.
I remember when Brighton signed him from Boca, and I genuinely was jealous because I liked Barco at Boca. I watched a handful of appearances from him. Don't get me wrong, I didn't watch all of his bloody games, but from what I saw, I was like, this guy's actually quite fun to see. And when Brighton got him, I thought, that's it, they've got their next £60 million superstar. So the fact that we've actually, obviously he's kind of gone to Strasbourg to us, I'm still happy. I think he's amazing. And, he was included in the Guardian's Next Generation list of 2021. So pinch of salt. Ollie, who was your number 10?
Mikey, you're going to be very happy. It's Robert Sanchez, back in the list.
Only in 10?
Yep.
In fairness, Mikey, I'll tell you right now, he's not in mine.
He's in number 10 for me because he is, and I say this through gritted teeth, the best goalkeeper we've got.
Damn right.
And I think he will...
No Lamans, sir.
He's no Lamans, though. And we'll be going to next season... we'll go into next season with him most likely as our starting keeper. So it's really important for him to actually have a good summer, a good preseason, and a good start to next season.
Do you think he will be our starting keeper?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
At least to start with.
You don't think this move for Mike Maignan will materialise in the end?
No, I can't.
How stupid would we look to spend double what we could have bought him for last season because he's extended his contract? My word.
I don't.
I mean, we're very good at doing it. We're good at doing it.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I'm not convinced by those numbers that have been reported. I think AC Milan need money more than people think after the season they had and missing out on Champions League.
Maybe. Who knows? I have got a new entry at number 10.
New entry.
Andre Santos. I've done sort of what Chris said. I've done what you've done, Chris, but also looked at the season as a whole. He waited patiently, didn't he, all season long for opportunities, and he's done enough for me. Whenever he's played, he's proved he belongs to be in this squad. I've got him at 10 because I believe he is one of the more exciting midfield options to work under Alonso. I could have easily actually put in Barco, but I kept my rule to keep players of this year. So Santos in at 10. Chris, who's your number 9?
Another new entry.
Entry.
I wonder if he's going where I think he is.
Nicholas Jackson.
Not who I thought he was going to go with.
Is your entire top 10
Jackson
just players who haven't played for us this season?
No, not all of them. But again, I think we've gone this entire season with one striker, and ultimately, I think that is what's cost us, because that period where Joao Pedro went off form and struggled for a few weeks. We didn't have adequate backup. There was no one to come in who was going to score a goal, because we had Liam Delap, but he wouldn't. I'm not even convinced he scored a goal at training. So we've gone the whole season without a backup, and I think bringing Jackson back, and people can hate on Jackson all they like, but his numbers don't lie. His numbers for us was good. His numbers in the league was good. I think he got 25 Premier League goals over 2 seasons. It's not bad. And as a backup, that's actually good behind Joao Pedro. So I think, again, we'll see the value of having that squad depth next season, that if Joao Pedro, for any reason, gets injured, goes off form, you can bring Jackson in and he will score goals.
Yeah, I would like him to get a shot. Who would you rather have, Delap or Jackson? One of them throws elbows and gets sent off. The other throws elbows and scores goals. So
There you go. No, but the other one throws elbows, scores goals, and gets sent off.
gotta do the hat trick, all three. Right, who have you got at 9, Ollie?
Sorry, Mikey. It's Mike Penders.
That's hilarious.
Interesting.
Almost
Interesting.
entirely just because I put Sanchez in and I thought I can't have him be the best keeper on this list. So I put Penders in because I think going into next season, if we've got, I do think Sanchez is going to be the starting goalkeeper for next season. But if he is, and he remains that way the whole season, I think that puts a ceiling on where we can eventually finish in that season and the season after that as well. For me, it's really important that Penders comes in and sort of snatches Sanchez's spot as quickly as possible. Him hitting the ground running is really, really important for us long term.
Yes, I can understand your logic. I don't agree with it, but I can understand it.
I can't wait for Mikey to have Sanchez at 1.
Number 9. Number 9, down 3 spots, Mark Cucurella. He was still good for some parts of the campaign. He has been a consistent performer since his redemption arc, but in 2026, so this year, his form dropped off. It dropped off towards as we got to the end. And if he was sold, I don't think we'd lose too much sleep over it. It would be a shame.
He's on my list.
He's not on mine either.
Because he doesn't.
Players who don't play for us, I haven't put in the list, mate.
Same. Players who aren't going to be playing for us at the very least next season, there's no point having them in.
He isn't the only player on this list who likely won't be in our top 10 next year due to a sale. Wait and see. Chris, who have you got at number 8?
Up 1 from last time, I've got Cole Palmer. Good version of Cole Palmer would be much higher, but I'm still unconvinced that we're ever going to see that Cole Palmer again. For me, I know this isn't. I don't know whether we're going to do the Last Chance Saloon again this year.
Oh,
but,
damn right we will. Got to do it.
For me, Cole Palmer's in that now. This is his last season for me.
Wow.
I think if he doesn't perform this season under Alonso, I'd be looking this time next year to get rid, because that would be 3 bad seasons and 1 good one. That's not good enough. If you're the player that everyone says he is, you wouldn't have 1 good season out of 4.
I've got to say, people loved your reaction to him being in that Madonna video.
I'm still fuming about that.
They loved it so much. Oh, it had me laughing. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant.
That nearly got him kicked out my list, by the way.
Yeah, I told you. Oh, I understand. I do understand. Right, Ollie, who have you got?
Number 8, I've gone Nicolas Jackson.
Really? Okay.
Yes, me and Ollie are locked in today.
Yeah, I just it was a really easy choice for me to put him in the list, because going into next season, he is the best striker we've got at the club, most likely. I mean, Joao Pedro, you could argue it either way, and I would be fine if someone said he was better. I think personally, they're best off playing together anyway. Along with Cole Palmer, and I reckon that gets the best out of all 3 of them. Question is maybe about aerial ability and height and stuff with that, but I think beggars can't be choosers when we need runners. He's a runner, and he's hard to play against, and he's worth keeping around in the squad. To be honest, whatever happened between him and Maresca must have really, really caused a big problem, because we never, ever should have gotten rid of him in the first place.
No, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Especially for Liam fucking Delap.
Jesus, honestly.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll go back to City. Delap. That'd be very interesting.
Oh my God. If he does, that will be the funniest day of my life.
They've still got to sort out the contract with Maresca. Because they can't seem to imagine if they can't, Chelsea just go, nah, we're going to keep paying him. We're not actually going to agree compensation. That'd be so brilliant. Like, he just sits there going, yeah, but you have to let me go. No, we don't.
No. We give you money.
No, you're wrong there, mate.
but you're going to have to keep paying me my wage. Yeah. Be fun though, won't it?
We'll do that.
Well, we did it with Sterling.
Yeah. Oh, shit, man. Oh, brilliant. Number 9. 8. Got 8. Sorry, I've gone 2 back. 4 down. We're down 4 spots, unfortunately. I got Reece.
Wow.
Yes. Look, when he's fit, we're a better team. And again, what happened? Injuries again happened. They cropped up. They robbed us of him this season. 14 games he sadly missed. in total for club and country during this campaign. And I think that's a reminder of how important he is when he's available, but also of how frustratingly rare that consistency has become. We thought we'd got through it. On the positive side, though, this was his first season where he didn't miss triple-digit days due to injury.
That's a positive.
It's 22-23, 152 days, 207 days in 23-24, and 111 in 24-25. So small positives.
Yeah, I mean, I've got him a bit higher later on, but his attitude did become a bit of a problem as the season went on as well.
Oh, okay.
I just thought that he really lacked leadership when it got really difficult. So that's a question mark going into this season as well. Whether that captaincy, like depending on who we sign, but if what you said earlier, that in the news does turn out to be true, that Alonso wants to add ready-made proven winners to the squad, it'll be interesting to see whether Reece James keeps that captain's armband.
Oh yeah, for sure. Can't disagree there at all. Who have you got at number 7, Chris?
New entry.
Wow.
Giovanni Quenda.
I thought you were going to pick him at some point. I honestly thought he's going to be maybe 9th.
I thought there wouldn't be any more. Really
no. I expected this.
I think we're going the whole way up, ladies and gents.
Fair fucking play.
Again, another really good player, and also has had experience playing as a wing-back for a long time for Sporting Lisbon.
And in the Champions League as well.
Yeah,
so at the
in the Champions
level.
League. Yeah, so is quite experienced, and in what, let's face it, is a specialised position, isn't it, wing back? I don't think you can just put anyone there and they'll suddenly be able to. I don't think you can put like any fullback can't play wing back and any winger can't play wing back either. They have to have a specific set of skills, and Quenda's been doing it for a long time. And again, he's another one who I think people might not be looking at now, but could all of a sudden and very quickly become really important in the system that we're assuming Alonso is going to play.
No, I understand that. What about you, Ollie? Who have you got at 7?
I've gone with Cole Palmer. He's up 1, I think, from last time for me. I think I had him 8th.
Yes, you did.
But not too much has changed in terms of Palmer. It's more, I think, the players around him that have sort of been shifting more than him. I think we've seen a slight uptick in his form as he's gotten a little bit more fit. But I agree with Chris. I think he's on his last chance come next season. He is important. Especially with Jackson coming back, I'm really hopeful those two can rekindle the partnership that they had in the season before with Pochettino. If they can't, though, it's going to be an interesting following summer for both of them, I think. So it's kind of why I grouped them together as well, because I think their fates are tied together.
He got 7th in my rankings last time out. This time, he's not even in my top 10. I was that annoyed.
Wow.
The Madonna video didn't
You
edge
was really
it for me.
annoyed about the Madonna video.
Yeah, just saw it.
It was definitely the Madonna video.
I was there and I was like, he was top 5 for me. And then I saw that and I thought, who do you think you are, mate? Who
you know what happened is
who are you?
Mikey went outside at one point this week and he got a bit cold and he shivered and rubbed his arms and went, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes. Oh, number 7, I have Joao Hato up 2. He spent, again, another player spending far too much time on the bench. But when he came on, he rarely let Chelsea down. And I feel as the season went on, he looked like a player that I think Alonso could build around. He's probably one of the most, other than Colwell, he's probably one of the most competent defenders at the club. So congratulations on that, because we kind of need competence is the bare minimum. And we don't have a lot of that. So well done, Joao.
Yes.
Oh, nice. What have you got, Chris?
At 6, up 2.
Oh,
I also have Joao Hato.
lovely. We're in an agreement.
He's the player who I think could turn into a superstar under Alonso. I think he showed glimpses in the absolute shitstorm that was last season in an awful team. And I think if Alonso gets us to a level where we are a good side, I think that you'll see him flourish. And I think he's got the potential to be a superstar by the end of next season. Could go the other way, but I don't think it will. Like I just think everything about him screams that we've got a superstar there. Like defensively, I think he's good. On the ball, he's good. Character's good. Leadership's good. He's got everything that you'd want. It's just the experience he's lacking. But that'll come with time and with better players around him.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I haven't thought about this until now, but he's the kind of player that I think would suit that wing back role quite well. Actually,
yeah, he could. I think he could do it. Actually, yeah,
because we know we know he's got like a good attacking impetus because he crosses the ball well, and we know he can strike a ball, and he's physical as well. You know, like he's reasonably tall, he's powerful on the ball, like so.
Good dribbler.
Yeah, Alonso might seek to move him inside there because I mean, remember when Liam Rosenior came in first game in the cup, he played him at attacking midfield, so he's got something there.
Yeah.
Who have you got at 6, Ollie?
For me, it's an exact same entry as last time. I had Reece James there last time, and he hasn't moved. For me, I think this season we've seen the best and the worst of Reece James. Sort of the upsides and the downsides, I guess, would be a softer way to say that. We've seen the showing it on the pitch. We've seen the togetherness. We've seen how he's been helping people behind the scenes, helping the club, helping his teammates where he can. We've also seen maybe the less prominent part, the less important parts of Reece James's game, the less good parts, the injuries, the sometimes questionable leadership, not necessarily always speaking up during matches, not always holding himself and the other players accountable.
Yeah.
So for me, maybe a preview for the Last Chance Saloon. I wouldn't put Reece James in the Last Chance Saloon, but I'd put him as captain in the Last Chance Saloon because I think this season, this season coming, I think we need to see him properly and fully blossom into that captain figure that we know he can be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what are we doing? Otherwise, it's the blind leading the blind at the end of the day.
I have got at 6 the GOAT. Robert Sanchez, he's in at 6 for me.
That's low for you.
Yeah, I did have him a bit higher, and I did
have him at
-1
if he could.
-1. I've sung his praises all season. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I don't need to do any reinventing here. Sanchez, he silenced critics. He did. He produced the best improvement of any Chelsea player this season. Look, he silenced the Lamans lovers. The cult of Sanchez lives strong in my house. Strong in my house. So, you know what? I'm going to snake back to myself because we go into the top 5. We're all into our 5s now. Levi Colwill. 5. New entry. First time this season he's entered the top 5, even the top 10 for me.
Crikey, Mikey.
But look, he not only makes my list, he makes my top 5, despite returning on the 4th of May and played 4 games. That's partly because every time he stepped onto the pitch, he looked like our most competent centre-back.
Yeah.
That says so much about our alternatives.
We've missed that.
Competence. Under Alonso, I just see him developing into that leader. And now, all I'm saying to our directors listening, please, for the love of all things, Chelsea, sign him a long-term partner. I don't want the fact that we keep treating centre-back partnerships like speed dating. Every single new person is shit. They're not good. They're a red flag. Stop doing it. Look at Colwill. Who's your partner this week? How about Fofana? He ain't driving you home. What are you doing? I don't want that.
Hope not anyway.
No. Competent player. I want a competent centre back next to him. Do the job.
Yeah.
Chris, who have you got at 5?
Up 1 from last time. I've got Reece James.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think I've probably got him a place too high now, though. I probably would swap him and Hatter. But I've got Reece James there because I do think, again, he's another player where I look at Alonso and I think he could get the best out of Reece James. He's not going to play as the... I think we know that for sure. I hope to God that the Reece James in midfield experiment is over because he can go in there for a game and be really good, but over the course of 10 games, he's going to have 6 shit ones because he's not a midfielder. But I think as the...
Well, where do you think he's best placed?
Right centre back in the 3. I think there... I think you'd see Reece James at a world-class level because he's got everything there. He can play out. He can drive the ball forward. He can play line breaking passes from the back. 1v1, if he gets dragged out into wide areas, he's probably one of the best 1v1 defenders in the league. He's locked up so many world-class wingers. So I don't worry about him out there. Aerially, he's not too bad. He's strong. I think that would be his best position now. Now he hasn't got the legs or the fitness to get up and down the pitch. I think there will be perfect for him. And I think in the Alonso system, it's thrive or die, really. I just think it's going to be one of them. Either he's going to be really good there, or we'll be sat here this time next year questioning, actually, do we need him? Because if he can't play that and he can't play wing-back, do we need him?
It's an interesting question, but I think if anyone can rise to that challenge, it's Reece James. Like he's just got so much ability. I always question why we don't see him more at right centre back, because do you remember when? God, this is going to be so long ago. So anyone who's started watching Chelsea in the last 5 years isn't going to remember this. But do you remember when? I think it was when Conte was here. And we were playing three at the back, and Azpilicueta was playing the right centre back, crossing the ball to Morata.
Yeah,
Reece James is perfect
really
for that.
Yeah,
he's absolutely perfect for that. That spot where every time Azpilicueta got there and everyone thought, oh, he's going to cross the ball. If Reece James crosses the ball there, 99% of the time it goes where you want to go, where you want it to go. And if you've got even a half decent striker or a runners on the end of those balls, you're going to get goals.
Yeah. Who have you got at 5, Ollie?
Eyes have got Joao Hato as my number 5. He's gone up, got 4, I think, from my last one. He was number 9 last time, and he's number 5 this time. Because I think, especially going into next season, I think he's going to be absolutely crucial. Whether he plays as a centre back or more of a wing back, or if it's a flat back 4 and he plays as the left back. He's got a lot of versatility. He's grown into his role really nicely this season. And especially with Cucurella on his way out, almost certainly at this point, he has the opportunity to really lock down that spot and make it his own. And to have such a versatile and talented player in his, who can play almost across the back line like that, and as potentially even on the wing or even in midfield and attack as well, which we've seen him do. It makes me think a little bit of Azpilicueta again. Sort of that player who's going to always give you a solid performance, a 7 out of 10, playing across the back line in a bunch of different positions and just doing the fundamentals really well. If he can hit that spot, he's going to be absolutely adored by Chelsea fans for a long time.
Number 4, up 1, and probably for the final time ever, Enzo Fernandez. A brilliant footballer. He's capable of deciding many a game, single pass, a strike at goal. Statistically, this was one of his best seasons in a Chelsea shirt. He had 22 goal involvements in 54 games. But obviously, you've got that constant noise around his future and questions over obviously his commitment. It prevents him from climbing any higher. And I'd be very surprised if he's a Chelsea player by the end of August. Though I feel things have just changed because, according to Ornstein, Man City made a offer for Elliot Anderson at 106 million plus add-ons, taking it to 120 million. That would have been a British guaranteed fee. So I'm guessing that is the bare minimum, not even close to the bare minimum we should expect for Fernandes. I think we should be expecting 120 million base fee alone.
Enzo's not going to Man City.
Blunt.
I don't know why everyone thought that was going to happen.
No, but I think
at this point...
Can you imagine if we sold Enzo, let's just say hypothetically, to Real Madrid for less than Anderson to City? Come on.
We won't sell him for less than that, especially because we know apparently Real Madrid have 150 million euros in their back pocket to spend on a player. So we know they've got the money as well, so we can really rate them over the coals on it.
Chris, 4th spot.
Staying steady from last time, I got Joao Pedro. After the season that he had, maybe he's unlucky not to be a bit higher, but I still my only question mark over Joao Pedro is he still that purple patch player? And I do look at him sometimes and I do think even this season, he did score a lot in patches. It wasn't consistent throughout the season. It was, a really good 6 weeks and then a not so good 6 and then another really good 6 weeks. So I do still have that question mark. Wonderful footballer though. And I think, again, kind of like what Ollie said earlier, I think if him playing with Jackson could be really good for him as well, because again, Jackson's going to stretch the defense. He's going to create more space, and Joao Pedro is very good in those little pockets in behind the opposition midfield. So I think he might play a slightly different role this season coming, especially whether it's Jackson or whether we sign a striker. Anyway, I think Joao Pedro could be playing that slightly different role, and I think he could be potentially even better in that position.
Oh wow.
I like the idea of you could almost if there's one of Alonso's systems he plays with 2 10s. I'd be interested to see if you play Palmer as the right 10, Joao Pedro as the left 10, Jackson up front, and they sort of rotate. But that puts everyone in sort of their most comfortable positions. Palmer in the right half space where he likes to be. Joao Pedro in the left half space where, if you remember, especially at at the Club World Cup and other places, we've seen him bend a few in from that side. So it's, good on that side. And then you've got Jackson through the middle to hopefully tap in what those two are creating. It could certainly work, in my opinion. The only question is for me, like we were saying, is the height question. Is the how important is it to be aerially good if you've got those three?
And Ollie, who have you got in at 4?
4 for me goes up 1. Levi Colwill. Not much more to say that you didn't already say, Mikey. Really, every time we've seen him this season, he looks like our best defender, and that's not a coincidence. He is very good. He's been out for a long time, and we were questioning whether he'd come back and he'd be the same. He's come back, and he seems, at least at the moment, to be as good as he was when he left. I'd be interested to see it next season when we get a bit more into the nitty gritty of the season, sort of around Christmas time, when the games are coming thick and fast, even for us with no Europe, and then see how he's getting on with the increased schedule then. But if he does manage to hold down the position of his own and stop himself being injured, nothing's going to stop him being picked every week.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Number 3, top 3. He hasn't moved. I've got Esteval. He hasn't moved. He arrived with such enormous expectations, and you know what? He managed to live up to them, I feel. But obviously before the injury, he looked like one of our game changers, and he did show flashes of a superstar that we hoped he could be, and hope he will become. So I think the talent's obviously there. Under Alonso, I can see him becoming a key centerpiece of this project. I just hope that hamstring's all right, because I'm very dubious over all this. It's fine now. It's like, okay, we shall see. I need a bit more than this. But who have you got at 3, Chris?
Down 1 from last time. I've got Moises Caicedo.
Ooh. Wow.
Wow. Again, wow. I still think he'll be a crucial player, but his form dropped off a cliff back end of the season. And I think he's been running to the ground for so long now that we're seeing the effects of that. And then now he's going to the World Cup, so he's not getting his summer off. I think next year, the really good thing for his point of view is the fact that we're only going to have 1 game a week. I think that's going to be really important for a lot of this squad. Colwill coming back from injury, Reece James injury record, Caicedo being knackered, maybe even Lavia will be able to muster a bit playing, 45 minutes once a week. So Caicedo will be crucial to us. There's a little question mark over whether how fit he's going to be in terms of sharpness, and whether he's going to get adequate rest to hit those levels again. I do think he's going to have to be rotated out more this season than he has done the past couple of years, because especially after the World Cup, I wouldn't be shocked if come the start of the season, maybe he's not starting those first few games in August.
No, I think that's justified. What about you, Ollie? Who have you got at 3?
Me and Chris are on the same wavelength. I've got Moises Caicedo as well. He's down from 1 from my previous one. Not to say that he hasn't been good. I just think it's important to note that he's had a drop off in form. I think, like Chris said, I think it's largely the fatigue. And he's going to the World Cup this summer with Ecuador. So hopefully he's going to be able to get some rest. Hopefully, it sounds harsh to say, hopefully they get grouped and he can come back early. So then they could, we can have him back and properly rested for the season to come. But Chris is right. I think we need to talk about the possibility of him being being a more rotational player next season, because otherwise we're just going to ruin a special footballer, and we don't want that.
Yeah, I got Moise Caicedo down 1 at number 2. First time that he's dropped off the top spot, since November 14th of 25. So he's been doing all right. He's done all right there. My number 1 ranked player for just so long, and he's finally been dethroned. So he's our most reliable midfielder. He's done the dirty work, hasn't he? Every single week, every single minute. And it was a good season from him, a good season from a player who's the benchmark for consistency at the Bridge. It's just a shame he just couldn't keep hold of top spot for me. There was just one player who just, I thought the future's brighter with him. So, yeah. What have you got, Chris, at number 2?
Down 1 from last time. I've got Esteban.
Okay.
I still think he's a special player, and I think if he stays fit, I think he takes Cole Palmer's spot. I think Alonso is going to love Esteban. He has the ability to play wide, because he's very good 1v1, and he's also good enough to play as those inside 10 positions because he's good enough on the ball and he's clever enough around the box to impact the game there as well. So I think he could play either of those roles, and I think if he stays fit, I think he's going to play a lot more games and become a more regular starter. And I think we'll see the best of him now he's had that year settling
in. What about you, Ollie? Who have you got at 2?
Joao Pedro for me. Just he's been in. You can't overlook how important he's been to the season as a whole, and how important he's going to be going forward, because he's a really versatile player where he plays in that sort of attacking role across the front line, really. I mean, he runs the channels all right, but he's also decent aerially. He's good with his back to goal. He's good running in behind when he chooses to. So he's got a lot of versatility, and I think that's going to be really important for Xabi Alonso in sort of like finding the right way in which that he wants to play. I think someone like Joao Pedro is really going to sort of unlock that more easily for Xabi Alonso. And for me, him getting his style of play across early with the players is really important. I think someone like Joao Pedro is going to facilitate that really nicely.
Yeah. Number 1, it's obvious. I've got Joao Pedro up 1, and I was wrong. I said earlier, for the first time since November 14th, 2025, it's 2024. I was going to say it's definitely been a lot longer than just a few months. Someone has took the crown off him, and Joao Pedro was just a player who he gave us hope. Whenever we looked like creating something, scoring, or even getting into a game, it was because it involved him. Yeah, he did have, he had quieter spells. He did have gaps where you thought, where is he? But over the course of this season, he was our best outfield player. There is absolutely nobody outfield who was better than Joao Pedro. So the attacking heartbeat of the team is him, and he's got such quality in him. And the fact that he does not want to go to Barcelona, I love that. He takes the top spot for me, takes the crown for 25-26. So outstanding, Joao. Outstanding. What about you, Chris? Who is taking top spot for you?
New entry.
What?
I was thinking about your list, Chris, and I was thinking, hang on a minute. There's something doesn't add up here. So I'm really interested to see who's the new entry at number 1.
Levi Colwill.
Oh, okay. I see where he's going. I was really concerned which player was going to get this position.
Mudryk.
No, I think
Wow.
as soon as Colwill come back, he just looked a level above anything that we've had there all season. I think he showed in the back end of the season as well more leadership than, Reece James has shown most of the season. I think straight away, his first game back, he was commanding players around him, making sure that everyone was doing their job, holding people to a better standard than what we'd seen for most of the season. which again I think is going to be crucial. And I just look at it, and he's just another one where I think one game a week really suits him. We won't have to manage his minutes as much because we're just going Saturday to Saturday. I think he's going to be really, really important. And I think if we can get the balance right on either side of him in a back three, then I think he's another one who could quite easily be talked about as player of the year for us this time next year.
Here's a question for you, Chris, and it's a little bit maybe controversial. Do you think what you often say when the player is out injured for a long time is that like the fans start to overrate them because they get seen as the savior?
I thought people was doing that.
And that's fair enough, like because more often than not it is true. But he's come back and he has looked as good as he was when he left. So would you say that, not that you were wrong necessarily, but would you say that the fans were justified in having those opinions?
Yeah, I would actually. I think he was also helped by the fact that the players who was playing instead of him all season was absolutely shite. So the bar was incredibly low. I mean, the bar was on the floor. But I'll be honest, those people was right, because as soon as he came in, he just looked so much better than anything that we'd seen, and he looked not only a level above in our team, but a level above for the league. He looked in that, considering the injuries coming back from, he looked like one of those centre backs who would be talked about as top 10 in the league, let alone just in our team.
I wonder if it's because his game doesn't necessarily rely on pace and pace and power and sort of being a marauding centre back like maybe Wesley Fofana's is more like, his game is a bit more passing the ball around, distributing play, sort of sweeping up. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it.
I think as well you can tell that he's played next to good experienced centre halves in the past, and that's really helped him.
What about?
I just think you look at him, and I think his loan at Brighton helped him a lot. Then, his years with us before he got injured, with the experience around him, helped him a lot. That's what a lot of our young players have lacked, and that's not their fault. They haven't had those people around them to make them better players. Colwill has experienced that for a couple of years. So that's why he looks a level above, even though he's the same age as these players. He looks more experienced because he's played next to more experienced players. And I think that's what's going to happen. If we get in the right sort of players, I think you'll see a lot of these young players all of a sudden turn into the players they could be. They just need help.
What about you, Ollie? Who have you got at 1?
For me, it's Esteval. I was really struggling to think about who I would actually put at number 1 this time, because in my opinion, I didn't think Caicedo deserved it. But to be honest, I wasn't really sure if anyone really did. So I thought if anyone did, it would be the one player who every time I watch him play makes me interested in watching the game and makes me enjoy the game, and that's Esteval. I think, especially for next season, he's had a little bit of time to bed in. It's almost been for in terms of the wear on his body and stuff, this injury, of course, is important. So we've got to be a little bit careful with him. But 1 game a week, I think he shouldn't struggle with that too much. I think he'll be able to stamp his authority on the Premier League a lot more than he has so far. I really want to see him go to the next level next season, because I think if he does, we're going to have a very good season.
Fair play. That is our player rankings for the final time this season. Obviously, putted it into the Excel spreadsheet to see who our overall top 10 is. And from 10 to 1, we do have a number 1 that is new. So this is going to be very fun. So at number 10, we have Nicholas Jackson. At number 9, Robert Sanchez. At number 8, Cole Palmer. At number 7, Enzo Fernandez. At number 6, Reece James. At number 5, Joao Hato. At number 4, Levi Colwill. At number 3, it's the champion, dethroned Moise Caicedo. At 2, now I want to say that the top 3 are separated by a point each. It's been very close. 3 was Caicedo on 25 points. Joao Pedro gets second with 26. And Esteval tops it with 27 total points. Well done. Well done. Esteval is our number one player at the end of this season, and he didn't even play from the back end of it.
Says a lot about the season, doesn't it?
It says absolutely everything in such a positive way, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, we'll do Christmas questions. I've got to give a shout out to the Discorders actually, because they've renamed our transfer scale. I didn't bring the sound effect in. How dare I? Let me bring the scale in. It's now called the transferometer, and the ometer is now set in stone because we've had it. They've discussed it. They've formatted it. They're happy. The Discorders are. Number 1 is long-term admirers. Number 2, monitoring the situation. Number 3 is concrete interest. Number 4, gentle inquiry. Number 5, exploring a deal. Number 6, initial talks. Number 7, positive talks. Number 8, advancing talks. Number 9, negotiations. And number 10 is a here we go. So whenever we get a transfer rumor coming in and they say the classic line, we get to, assess based on the ometer. This is where JP asked, where does the 85% here we go fall on this ometer? It's a good question. You would say 9, but I don't think it does anymore. It didn't happen. It's about 7. About positive talks.
I think so. To be fair, I think he's going too soon with the here we go slightly.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
got a
he's
crypto
trying to be
sponsor now.
He's premature.
Yeah.
Here we going. It's he's busting too soon.
When you get to a certain age.
Yeah. I keep looking at exploring a deal more than a gentle inquiry. I suppose it is because a gentle inquiry, you've gone, is this guy for sale? Yeah. And exploring a deal, you're like, oh, I've got a deal in idea, So Enzo Fernandez, I don't even think he's still at around. Yeah, he's monitoring because at the moment, have we had an offer? No, they haven't even said, would you accept? No, you haven't done shit. So just waiting. We are just waiting. I also want to bring up, because I've just seen it, the ITV studio for the World Cup is absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely the intro as well. They've done their little videos. I'm really on the ITV bandwagon this season. I really am. I love it. Mainly because I've seen that the BBC have done, in my opinion, a disservice to the World Cup by having a CGI green screen studio. I've just sent you the group in the group chat about the ITV one. They're really there. That's what I want. I don't want to see a backdrop.
Oh, that looks brilliant. Yeah.
I just hate the cheapness that green screen offers. And the BBC over in the UK, rightly or wrong, they're loved and hated. It's a complicated relationship, but you've got to go out there. You have to, because it's just weird. I know there was talk that some of the commentary teams were going to be over in the UK. If that's true, and I don't know if it is true, all of us might as well do commentary on the game, because it's the same thing. Because you've got to be there. You can't. We all know. You've been to a football match. It's different than watching it on the TV. It's dramatically different. That Wolves Chelsea game that I saw last season, where we snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, but we almost did the opposite. It was so different being in the stadium to see how we went from 3-0 up. Yeah, was fine here. We're happy days. And as soon as they got their 2 goals, and suddenly the mood was shit. You wouldn't have seen that on the TV. You could have probably assumed it, but you wouldn't have felt it. Who's the first kickoff game? Is it ITV have got it? Or is it the BBC?
Not sure.
I don't know.
I really should look at that, because I tell you who'll know.
ITV tend to have it first, I think, but
they swap each other. I love how they pretend that the game on the other channel doesn't happen. You never hear them go, "Oh, it's available." Although we've got highlights the next day. So ITV have got the first game, which is obviously Mexico, and then at 3 a.m. the BBC, I believe. Oh no, ITV again. Wow. My word,
doubling up.
Wow.
The only thing that annoys me about ITV is the adverts.
Yeah, I won't be watching South Korea and Czechia at 3 o'clock. I'm going to be asleep.
Did you call yourself?
But I will watch Canada, Bosnia.
Fan, joker.
I know. I anything like 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. I won't get up for. I am tempted to get up on Sunday morning at 5 a.m. to watch Australia Turkey. For Australian listeners,
it's the It's the one. It's. I feel like I'm an insomniac, and I've got a good superpower coming into this World Cup, which just means that like if I just can't sleep one day, there's football on,
And most of the games
which is
will be
nice.
boring enough to put you to sleep.
There we go. So it will be a sedative at the very least.
I'm going to go to the gym really early in the morning so I can get the games. Like on Monday morning, I'll be going to the gym because Spain versus Cape Verde is at 5 o'clock. So when I get home, I just want to watch it. I don't, I know we're recording, but we can always double screen. We're fine. We're absolutely fine. I suppose we will end with a good old, we'll end with a game. Lone Army Carousel, once again, it is back, and the category today it is still the World Cup. Several big teams have a plethora, to that word, of players at this summer's World Cup. And I want you to name as many clubs as possible that are sending 10 or more to the World Cup. There are 17 to get. 17 to get.
Okay.
Yeah, 17. And I will go to
10 or more's a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to be really honest, just so I can make us all feel better. Chelsea are not on this list. I just wanted to get it out there because...
Well, yeah, most of us didn't make the squad.
Reece is there. He's flying the Chelsea flag. That's it. I don't think there's anybody else. He's like at the Olympics when he comes out with the flags of the clubs. He's like, oh, it's Chelsea. Anyone else? No. We took a small contingent over to America, we did. So... who is currently leading the rank? It is still Chris with 5.
It's Chris, isn't it? I haven't won one in a while.
You know what, Ollie? For sympathy alone, I'll let you go.
Please, I'm just a sad little boy.
Name me a club that is sending 10 or more to the World Cup.
Manchester City, Mikey.
19. It is a record. Well, it's the highest amount for this World Cup on this list. 19 players.
Their entire squad's going, pretty much.
You know what I'm really worried about here? Giving an answer and it just being wrong and the game just being over.
Yeah, that can happen. That has happened before.
Like, what a shit Lone Army that'll be. Barcelona?
Oh, Chris. It's in there, 15.
Oh, I thought you had him. Oh. I'm going to go with Arsenal.
16.
Real Madrid.
10.
Oh,
only 10?
Yeah,
I thought that was a risk.
Not a single player in the Spain squad is from Real Madrid. I know, that was massive. And
that's shocking, that.
Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich are sending 18 players, the second most.
That was my next guess, Ollie, you twats. Okay, this is hard. Because 10's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. No team on this list is a club that you go, who?
No, I would expect that, but I'll be honest with you, I'm cautious of staying away from Italian clubs because Italy ain't going. So, Atletico Madrid?
12 players are being sent from them.
PSG.
PSG 16.
That's a great shout, by the way.
Everyone now is 12, 11, or 10.
Oh, okay. So it's close now, no matter what.
So
Sudden death.
It is close now. I really don't want to risk an Italian team. But I'd be stupid to go anywhere but Serie A right now, surely. Let's go Inter Milan.
Nope. No. Under 10, Chris. Ollie's took it. He's took it. Well done, Ollie. You've got yourself.
I had a few more.
Go
on. I know Palace are taking a lot of players this year.
Crystal Palace have got 12.
Yeah. And I think Liverpool would be on there probably.
They have taken 11.
Man United?
Man United are taking 12.
Okay. After that, I'm not sure.
Who's going in that Man United squad?
Bruno Fernandes. Harry
Yes,
Maguire.
I'd take that's it. Because Harry Maguire, right?
Oh, no, he's not. Right, so you
But
could have
to look it
had
up afterwards.
the only Italian club taking 10 or more, AC Milan.
I mean,
12
that's-
are
yeah.
being
They finished like
sent.
10th.
Wow.
And they've got the least Italian players, which
That
makes
is
sense.
true. 12
Yeah,
players from Al Hilal, 11 from Borussia Dortmund, 10 from
Did you say Al Hilal?
Al
Yeah,
Hilal.
this is fucking stupid, isn't it?
That's mental.
Well, the Saudi Arabia are over there, aren't they? They're at the World Cup, so that makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Borussia Dortmund with 11, Fenerbahce with 10, Galatasaray with 11, PSV with 10, and Slavia Prague with 10, which I'm pretty sure is
to be
most
fair,
of the Czechia team.
I feel a bit better then because if I didn't guess an Italian club in Inter, I would have gone to Portugal for someone like Sporting or Porto or Benfica.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And then after that, you're thinking one club nations, really.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just tough.
Right, listeners, that's it. We're at the end of another episode. It's an early end to the week because obviously we're doing a Wednesday show. So thank you for tuning in. And of course, don't forget we are proudly partnered with Head in the Game, the mental health charities in football, sport, wellbeing, and community. And of course, you can find out more at headinthegame.co.uk. Treat yourself well, treat everyone around you well, check in with each other, look after each other. We are going to be back on Monday. We've got a Xabi Alonso little special. We're going to enjoy the World Cup for the next few days. See how the opening kicks off, and just enjoy it yourselves. So until then, that'll be us signing off. You've been listening to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At the Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.